Hey everybody, it's Momentary Flux. Welcome back to Factorio, where we are continuing work on our minimalist factory, which uses Bob's mods. Okay, so I did a little quick run around, and we have an incredible traffic jam up here with our trains. Uh, it looks like these signals are the source of the problem. I'm kind of hesitant to make this whole block unsignaled, but you know, just in sort of the interest of getting things moving here, I'm going to go ahead and remove those signals and let things sort of clear up. Put a signal there that should help as it goes around the corner. Yeah, so what I've effectively done is I've made this entire chunk of track one giant block, but yeah, I don't know. I think it's fine, to be honest. I could, signal every single one of these corners, and I could get it going like that. But the truth is that I'm not really dependent on the throughput of the trains. So if they have to wait 2 seconds to go through, it's really not that big a deal. So I think I'm just gonna leave it like this for now. If it becomes a problem in the future, I can redesign this these two intersections, or do some different things. All right, let's head back down to the factory. I must have all my exoskeletons still in play because I'm running so fast. Let's take a couple of those out for factory running. Otherwise, it's too fast. Okay, one of the things I want to do is I have managed to clog my inventory completely up here, so I'm going to get rid of some stuff out of my inventory. See what I can get rid of. I can upgrade a couple of things. Are these diamond? No, these are the old laser batteries here, so I can get rid of those. I don't need a steel bearing. Electrum, I think that's from making the little robots. Slightly disappointed in those robots, but they're still fun. Let's see, the electronic stuff. I could probably I could keep a little bit of electronics. I don't need the stone. I'll keep the landfill. Hello, kitty. My cat always, without fail, wants to say hello as soon as I start talking. Okay, let's see here. Here's a bunch of RoboPort stuff, so maybe I should just make a couple more RoboPorts. Get rid of that stuff. Let's see. Anything else? I got a bunch of construction bots. Okay, I've got... Let's get rid of these. Some logistics bots. Okay, well that's quite a bit better here. I can give these pumps off to storage. Actually, let's keep those robotic attack drones. These things are hilarious, those little attack drones. I hope they get better, because they're just not tough enough to deal with fighters right now. Unless I guess I could spam them down, but they take quite a lot of resources. So, yeah, I mean... Why are there ovens in here? I must have done that or something. Okay. So what are they missing? I guess the white circuit cards? Oh, they're getting made. And those are missing the boards. What have we done to the boards? So we got the base of them over here. We just don't have the speediness. So I speed moduled 2 out of 3 different kinds of boards, and I didn't do the third one. One of those reverse cascades, I'm telling you. It always happens. Alright, so hopefully that'll help there with the speed modules. Let me grab another stack, actually. Let's grab one stack. Let's top up on productivity while I'm here. Okay. So the other thing I noticed is that science is going kind of slow, and it looks like right now that red science is the culprit. Let's just upgrade everybody here. I don't need to upgrade the alien science because that's just those pop out 10 at a time, so that's no problem. But I do. Let's speed module everything. Get things cranking up a little bit faster, because I mean, you can see that I'm only using a couple of my labs. What happens is that these labs, the Mark II labs, are faster, and then you get all the research bonuses and stuff, and your regular assemblers can't keep up too well. But I think this is going to be fine. I've got one assembler working for red. Sorry, I'm drinking some coffee there. This is as fast as this probably ever going to go, unless I make some faster modules. This is it. So I got to make a judgment here whether or not I'm going to need another one or not. But I think it looks like we're getting down to the last labs. Once those, when they're behind, they pick up a bunch of them to catch up. So it looks like we're almost keeping all of them running with the reds. Everything else looks okay. I could beacon this. I could make faster modules, but I think, gosh, we're just, those white cards are short. So these all just, well, I'm gonna go back through the chain on all of these circuit cards, because if I don't, we're going to end up with problems there too. I think I'm going to productivity these. And I'm going to, let's see, this is the fiberglass, are the components for the other two. So they're already productivity moduled. And we're looking at full boxes there. So what I'm thinking here is, now that I've got the white circuit card stuff, got the chain fixed up, that I could probably do some beacons back in the back here. And I can't, yeah, you can't productivity model beacons, but you can speed module them. So that'll get things going. Let's see here, 1200%, yeah. And then now we have an inserter problem. My God, I swear to God. Okay, there we go. That ought to get things cooking. Let me go look at the sub-assemblies here. Probably going to have to upgrade these. They're looking okay, actually. Well, now that I have a faster output, yeah, let's go ahead and let's just upgrade these. It's kind of fun just going through and sort of doing a little optimizing. It's a little bit of a different, oops, gotta turn that around. It's a little bit of a different kind of gameplay, where you're just, you're kind of backtracking through all the systems and making sure everything, trying to speed things up. It's kind of fun. I definitely enjoy doing that kind of stuff, like the tinkering, the fine tuning. But I do want to continue working on the solar and my warfare center. So I'm going to take a look here at the warfare center. I think a lot of the warfare center stuff is like, I just don't have I don't have the material or the research yet. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm just glancing it over. I know there's these different kinds of cannon shells. Now, like in vanilla, I mean, I feel like the tank is pretty freaking useless. I mean, the tank, you're better, for me. I mean, maybe I'm doing it wrong, but yeah, I think with the tank, you're almost better off ramming the nests than shooting at them. But I'm gonna be trying everything here. So let's see here. Are these aren't dependent? I don't think on each other. The one thing I don't have explosives being made anywhere, so maybe that's a good place to start. Before I do that, let me check on solar here. It looks like I got about 200 solar panels, and I got even more than that of the accumulators. So let's just go stuff some more of those in our big square here. I don't think it's going to be... It might be enough to finish it, but I don't think so. Let's see. Unfortunately, there's going to be a space around the substations. They don't quite. This design I've made doesn't quite line up as well as I would hope, but it's livable. So there's not enough room there to shove a... Well, there is enough room to shove an accumulator there. I could shove 2 accumulators in there. And that means I could probably put 2 here, right? Let's try that. Yeah, that actually might work out. Let's see how it works out on this, going this direction. So there's one... Yeah, this direction is not going to work because the overlap here. However, I wonder if I do something like this. Let's see here. Those are old accumulators. Oop, down we go. Let's see what happens if I do this. No, it's offset, unfortunately. No big deal. Okay, so let's see here. Yeah, now that's offset. Let's see if this tiles across. No, it does. Okay, well, I guess we'll just do it like that then. So what I'll do is I'll put down all my solar panels, and then I'm going to do a count. I'm going to check and see what the ratio is. This is going to be this is going to be one high-powered square, that's for sure. I wonder how many megawatts this is going to be. It's not connected to the power grid. I don't think right now. So maybe that's something I'll be able to check. Let's see here. So the idea here is to put 2 accumulators on each side. I'm definitely going to need to add more accumulators. I need to see how many. Alright, so let's start down at the bottom here and work our way to the middle. I think I'm going to run out of solar panels in just a moment. No, I took another stack. Maybe I do have enough. Just finish this up. Paving our way. This square is like the size of 4 of our previous ones, just about. I think it's maybe 2/3 of that size. It's pretty massive. Oh dang! I ran out. Well, I probably have enough. Let me see. Let me check in on what how we're doing here number wise. Okay, so 505 solar panels. Oh my, these are the large ones too. 328 of the accumulators. What I'm thinking is I'm probably going to just start in the middle and make a circle of accumulators until those 2 numbers even out. I could probably pull up Probably pull up the ones around here and stick those down below. Yeah, something like this. And then I'm thinking that whole area. I'm gonna pull these up and dang it, not quite enough. All right, let's go get some more if there are any. There should be a few at least. Yeah, 19. That might be enough. So I got 21 total. I think that's going to be enough to finish off the square. And I definitely have enough accumulators. If I might have to grab some more, but that's all right. So let's see. We'll just expand this out. Check in on our numbers here. Probably pretty short on accumulators. Yeah, it looks like we need about 80 more to get a 1-to-1 ratio. I would like to have a few more accumulators than solar panels. I don't think it would hurt. Yeah, I think what I'll do is I'll just strip off another row here, and let's see how many I have. So when I run out, so I got 50 there. I've got 36 here, so that should make things just about even when I run out. So whenever I run out, I'll add a couple of more, and we'll call it good. I have such a hard time, like, making straight lines for some reason with my mouse. I mean, I'm playing another series, the Sniper Elite 4 series, and I'm able to sort of snapshot, you know, Nazis and bad guys and stuff, and with like complete precision a lot of times. But I come into Factorio and I can't make a straight line. Go bigger. Okay, I just ran out. So that's all. That's almost perfect. Okay, so I just need a few more to fill in that extra bit. And then I'm going to try to put a load on my square here and see what kind of power one square generates. Not because I need it for anything, but just because I want to know. All right, let's finish this up here. All right. And of course, it needs to be daytime for that to do anything. All right, let's blueprint this guy. Man, I don't know. Can I get it out on the screen? There we go. Okay. There it is. I lost my blueprint. I guess if I start here, I can get it. Okay, so 508 accumulators, 488 large solar panels. These are the high capacity Mark IIIs, and 9 Mark IVs. Cool. Let's make this into our yellow square, because I like that. Reminds me that it's solar. I can remove actually what I'm going to do with this one is I'm just going to change the icon. We'll make this one just sort of a red, just so that I want to keep the old design for now. Not sure why, but it just seems like I might need to keep it for whatever reason. Okay, so let's see here. I'm gonna make a quick run around. Let me put in my legs here, my exoskeletons, so I can run faster. I'm just making a run around the square because I want to see if it's connected anywhere. Okay, it's not connected. Excellent. So what can I do that will take a lot of power? I guess what I could do is I could just do this, right? Let me drop a substation here. It needs to be separate from to be isolated. So if I do a substation here, and then as soon as I drop a pole in between these are going to go to charge, and I should be able to see sort of what the maximum power output is while those get charged. Let's check in with normal power. It looks like we're at maximum, so let's go ahead and let's drop this power pole, jump over here. So 54 megawatts. That's a lot of power. I mean, when you consider that, you know, for the first 20 hours of the game, this would have been more than enough power. That's one square. Okay, so 54 megawatts for the square. I'm pretty impressed, actually. That's a lot of power. Man, I love those bots. These things are so fast. All right, cool. So we got our blueprint there. I suppose we should probably officially connect this to our power grid. Let's do it up above here. And there. Nope. Let's put one in between. There we go. Okay. So that that should solve any lingering power problems. Look at that. Almost. I don't think I've ever gotten to a gigawatt, but that would be cool. Like if we were using enough power. So now that all the accumulators are charged, we're looks like we're settling in around 200 megawatts. Nice. Okay. Sweet. So I'm still waiting on this thing stack insert bonus. Let me double check science. Okay, looks like we're backed everything up on science now. I want to get some more military tech. There's not a whole lot I can do until then. Kind of clean things up a bit here. What is this? Oh, that's Mark II. Okay, good. Those are the Mark IV roboports. I've got a bunch of Mark Is. I really don't need that many roboports anymore. Those Mark IVs are so huge. Their logistics and constructions area are so big that I don't really need anything. I guess one thing I could do, since are we out of these? Yeah, let's just productivity module. We have power to spare. And one of the points I was making in the previous episode is that when you productivity module something, I mean, as long as you don't care about pollution, you're basically trading power for products. So that's okay. Let's see here. I'll come back to that thought in a second. Combat robot damage. I wonder if this would affect those little tank guys. The little hover tanks, the drones. I mean, number one, they use lasers, so doing the laser turret stuff, I'm gonna do that too. But I'm curious if they count as combat robots. Okay, combat robot lasers. I bet you that this is it. So I'm gonna work on this, and I'm gonna see how those things, how they get better. Anyway, looking at the productivity modules, you can see that they have a a massive boost in energy consumption, and a massive, even more massive, pollution increase. But the productivity is, at least for these Mark IV modules, I haven't made anything higher yet. It's 20% per, so when you have 5 productivity modules in an assembler, it's 100% productivity. So it's one free product for every product you make. And so basically you're getting free stuff for power, which is, I don't know, that's pretty incredible. It's a good trade-off. I mean, if you have the materials to make solar, I mean, power is basically unlimited. You know, I try to get away from steam as soon as possible because it's constantly breaking down, and it needs, you know, ever increasing amounts of coal and or wood or solid fuel or some way to fuel it. And so I'd really prefer solar. And solar, you know, as long as you have space and it's an infinite map, you can just continue to expand forever. All right. We're hopefully we can zoom through these texts. That stack inserter one was I think was the last stack. Yeah, we're done finally with the stack inserters. That one took a long time. Okay, well, what else can we do here? I mean, I can continue to test those robots. I think one thing I can do before I end the episode is maybe just take a little tour on the train to the various outposts. Take a look at them. Make sure everything's going okay. Let's go out to Iron 1. Iron 1 is one that was kind of dwindling down. I may have to make another one. Copper is also getting a little bit low. We're going to need a new outpost before long. But at this point, I'm kind of on. I feel like I'm on a bit of the end run where I've got everything running pretty well, and I need to just work my way through the tech tree, get the rocketry technologies, and start thinking about the rocket and about launching. And I think it would be cool if I could if it was episode 100. I'm not married to that prospect, but it would be kind of cool if I could launch it on the big Sentry episode. Do something a little cool, maybe. I don't know. I have to think about that. Let's see here. What is this one up there? Lead, zinc. Let's go to lead 1 now. This is cool that I'm going around all the outposts. It's something I've been meaning to do for quite a while. But yeah, I'm not sure if you guys have any suggestions on what would be cool, other than maybe, like, say, launching a fish or whatever in the rocket. Let me know. Yeah, I can't think of anything off the top of my head right now, but I probably, my subconscious will be working on it and trying to come up with something. Okay, looks like lead's still pretty good. There's a few miners, but nothing major. And zinc, just 1. Zinc is kind of a low priority, low use item. Let's see here. Where else can I go? Hey, buddy. Cat coming back again. He never gives up. Let's see here. We're busting through these techs now. I'm going to go up to coal 1 because coal tends to mine really fast for some reason. Let's go up there. Or maybe it's just the settings I usually put on coal because I know I don't need that much of it. So I typically make it the richness of the coal deposits normal or less. But in this one, I think I made everything the same, so we'll see. I should bust out a Mark III train as my personal train, but I do like to have all of the resources available. Looks like there's a few miners back there on copper and gold that could stand picking up, but nothing major. Coal looks pretty good. Just the sort of periphery is getting mined out. I mean, the boxes are full, so it's not really doing anything. Let's see here. Titanium and tungsten. Now, titanium seems to be pretty high use. Let's go to titanium. Yeah. I thought I saw a blinking signal here, but I didn't. I can't wait to try those little robots again, those little drones, these guys here. The robotic attack drones. They're like tiny tanks. They run around. They're so cool. Hopefully those techs will make them more useful because they just got owned by the biters pretty bad. They weren't able to advance on the nest. They were too busy. They couldn't even fight off the waves of spawn. So we'll see. Okay, that looks like the stone outpost is getting kind of low too. Titanium doesn't actually look too bad. I mean, there's still a lot of titanium there. So I think we're probably good for the duration on titanium. A couple power poles I could yoink up. Okay, let's run up to stone real quick. No need to take the train. I got some super fast legs. Like the Bionic Man. Did I just... No. I think I need one more power pole here. Yeah, just jam it in there. So stone, yeah, the boxes are full. And I think we used a bunch of concrete recently and a bunch of landfill, but now that they're backed up again. Oh, look at that, man. We are just cruising. My science assembler upgrades really have made a difference here. So what's down below is tungsten, right? Yeah. This is good. This is going to give me a lot of peace of mind about my outposts. The only one I think for sure that I'm going to need another one before long is copper. I may need to do something with oil as well. I already made a sighting out off to the east by the gem mines where I have some oil wells. I don't think they're very good, but they're more oil wells if I need them. And this is perfectly. I think I can just pick that up from the train. Let's check the map here. I suppose we should go out to Nickel. It's way out there. I made that outpost not too long ago. Well, then again, I mean, by not too long ago, I mean several hours ago. So we'll see. Might as well look. Get the whole thing taken care of. It's a long way out to the nickel, isn't it? Okay, nickel looks totally fine. Yeah, let's go. Let's head on back, and I could just run up to copper if I want to. Yeah, nickel looks good. In fact, I'm gonna. What I can do is I can take a look at the. Is it this one? Yeah. What I can do is I can sort this backwards so that the things that we're out of show up first. And if I see any resources in here, that's kind of a problem. Now, if I see items like pumps and stuff, it's just showing me what's in inventory. But if things are here like these green boards, it means that we're out. There are more requests than there are available products. So it's something I might want to look into. But it looks like everything looks good except for those green cards. And some things like the science packs, they're not in the logistics network, so they're just, you know, whatever's in the assembler probably is what that's showing. Let's sort this back the other way. Let's see what we have a lot of. Okay, so we have a lot of nickel ore, silicon wafers, etc. This looks good to me. It looks like we, and I think I have those limited to 10,000, so yeah, I think we're good. I think everything looks solid now. So we got manual. And there goes our last tech for combat robot damage. What do I want to do next? I do want to get back to the module stuff. I feel like our modules are carrying the factory right now. Everything we need, we have put modules in, but in order to sort of get things higher, I'm sort of forced to beacon things. But if I get faster modules, and there's still a bunch more to go, start working on these raw modules, those kinds of things. So that's something I want to get to. But before I do, I want to get more of the warfare stuff. So let's see here. If I do shotgun shells, I can make all the varieties of shotgun shells. I think there's some bullets too somewhere. What is this? Combat robotics here. Distractor capsules. What kinds of things can we make? So these destroyer capsules, I wonder how much better they are. Number of bots. I wonder how much better those are than the vanilla ones. Well, let's get some of these tank stuff out of the way. I think that's our best thing. They're super fast. We're going to be just burn through these techs really quickly. Okay, and I think the tanks probably require a production chain, so this will be a good spot for it. I'm going to go ahead and end the episode here, and we'll continue to work on the various things next time. So I just want to say thanks everybody for watching. A huge thanks to all the new subscribers, man. I am so freaking stoked. If you haven't subscribed and you want to, please do. And hit that like button. All the likes are totally appreciated and they help so much. We'll see you next time. Thanks a lot, everybody.